How's it going, everybody? Hope everyone had a great Christmas, and I got so much stuff from my gracious family, giving me movies, a record player, Star Wars, Marvel, DC memorabilia. So let's sort of dive into it. For this channel, I'm just going to show the movies, so we'll sort of break that down. I want to show you guys what I got. I'm excited to watch these. Got movies I have seen, movies I have not. I'm really excited about all of this, so I'm very much looking forward to making this video for you guys. So, without further ado, let's start with the single release movies that I got. So, we have this one, 1917. I've been wanting to see this movie for a little bit. I've heard great things about it, and I look forward to watching it. So, it's kind of as simple as that. And then this new movie, I believe, is the first time on 4K. This is Zodiac. So I've heard tremendous things about this movie with a really great cast. It's basically a Marvel cast before, Marvel really hit big. So I look forward to watching this movie. Like I said, I've heard that it's really, really good, and I look forward to checking it out. And this movie is also kind of based on recommendation, but also I've heard so many things about it, I wanted to ask for this movie. So this movie, Parasite, is another one I look forward to diving into. This is one of those movies that even though I want to see, I don't really know anything about it. I know very, very little, but I'm excited to dive into this one. So we got this one here. And then I actually have the Alien 6-film collection and the Predator 4-film collection, but neither have Alien vs. Predator. So I got the double feature. So I'm excited to check this out once I catch up and see the rest of the Predator and Alien movies, because I do plan on doing that pretty soon. So I'm excited to have this one in my collection as well to sort of complete that. And then this next one, this is one I really, really want to see. I wanted to see this in the theaters, but I just never got around to it for some reason. We have Godzilla Minus One. I'm very excited to dive into this one. I know that this had a very minimal budget compared to large blockbusters, and I know a lot of people were comparing some of the Disney Plus series to Godzilla Minus One in terms of how the budget was handled. Disney Plus productions, there are some big CGI stuff that sometimes kind of honestly looks like crap. And then we have a minimal budget for this movie, and I've heard is nothing short of outstanding. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. I haven't seen all the Godzilla movies. I'm still new to being a Godzilla fan, but I look forward to checking this one out. From Godzilla fans, I hear this is a great addition into the franchise. Now we have, I have seen some Kevin Smith movies, not a lot, but I've seen this one among, I think, one or two others, and this one's really great. This is a comedy, and this one sets place in the 80s, so it's sort of his start, and I thought this was a really great film. It was funny, and just the way it was filmed, the way the dialogue is, could have fooled me. If this were shot to look pretty grainy, this could pass for an 80s movie, and I would believe it. It was really well done, so I enjoyed this movie a lot. And then we have one of the most highest praised animated movies in a while, is The Wild Robot. This movie was awesome. I thought it was really great. There's so many multiple different kinds of themes and messages in this movie, and they're all great. So I love this movie a lot, and I look forward to watching it again, honestly. And then, I don't know what my favorite horror movie of the year. There has been a lot of great ones this year. That's been a great year for horror. But this one does stand out. We have Alien Romulus. Now, I know this took place after the first one, and I haven't seen the rest, but I've seen the first one and I've seen this one. This is a phenomenal film. I haven't seen the rest of the Alien films. I don't know how this movie would truly compare, comparing it to the other ones. But I know, at least just from seeing the first one, this had the same feel, vibes, as the first one did. So I was truly impressed by this, and I'm so glad I watched it. I'm so glad I have it. This is an awesome addition to my collection. And now, while we're moving on from the single release movies, I sort of want to dive into steelbooks now. So we're going to do that next. I got plenty of awesome ones, and can't wait to share it with you guys. So we got, see if I can move this, if I didn't spoil it all yet. We have Uncharted. This one's on 4K. I still need to finish the games. Now, I know. To watch the movie without finishing the games was sort of weird, but I have finished, I believe, the first two. I still need to finish the third game, and then obviously play the fourth one. Now this one's sort of bent a little weird because it has that necklace in the back. So it's a neat little, physical item that comes with the movie. So I look forward to having this. And the reason I look forward, or not looking forward to, I'm excited to have this, is I kind of want to build my video game movie adaptation collection. And we'll get a couple here in, and I'll show you. But the reason was Sonic. I really like Sonic. The Mario Brothers movie is actually decent. This one's pretty cool as well. So although video game movies do get a bad rap, a lot of them are pretty terrible. There are some good ones too. I thought this was one of them. And then we also have here, now you guys, you can't make fun of me for this, alright? I am a completionist for franchises. So just bear with me. Just bear with me, okay? I want to see this because I want to see the rest of the Jaws movies. Yes, I know. I've heard that this one is not the best, okay? I know. But what are you going to do? I'm going to watch it. You think it can't get any worse than that? Yes, I'm going to watch it, alright? Please don't stop the video. I promise I got some good ones in here, okay? Okay, so now we have the Mario Brothers movie. So like I was talking about with Uncharted, I want to have more video game movies. This one, I thought was pretty good. This one wasn't, I think, the greatest video game adaptation of all time, but I thought this was pretty entertaining. I don't think this really needs a sequel. I don't know if they're going to make one. Based off the financial success, it wouldn't surprise me. As far as the story's concerned, I don't think it needs one. But we'll see. We also have, now this one I have not seen, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. It's kind of a mouthful of a title here. But I've never really been much of a Ninja Turtles fan. I have seen some Ninja Turtles before, but I've never been a completionist for the franchise. But I was fascinated by the animation choice for this movie, and so that alone has piqued my interest in this one. So I look forward to checking it out, seeing what it's all about. I have heard from some people that see it that it was actually really, really good. So I'm looking forward to seeing this eventually. Now, I know I reviewed this not that long ago. We have Beetlejuice, the sequel to the original movie, obviously. And I thought this was fun. This was a neat steelbook to have. And I think it's a glow-in-the-dark packaging. So we'll have to test that out sometime. But this is pretty cool. I thought the movie was pretty fun, so I'm glad to have it in my collection. We also have Five Nights at Freddy's. So this one, another video game adaptation. I thought this was fun. I know this movie was kind of as far as a lot of people were concerned, but I actually liked it. I thought they had a good cast for it. And Matthew Lillard has actually been really praising the production so far of its sequel. So if he's loving it that much, that alone gives me some hope that the next one will be even better. And then here we have a couple of really good ones for steelbooks. A couple of the really rare finds for who gifted it to me. So I look forward to rewatching these on steelbook. So we have Deadpool Wolverine. Now they had two steelbooks. One was Deadpool on the cover, and this one has Wolverine on the cover. I got the Wolverine. He's my favorite character. He practically single-handedly carried the X-Men franchise for as long as he has. And, well, guess what, guys? He is still doing it. So, I hope we get Deadpool movies or X-Men movies till Hugh Jackman's 90. We'll see what happens, guys. But I love this movie a lot, and I'm glad I have this steelbook in my collection. Now, this one I did not know they even made. So this was a really cool surprise to open up. We have Gladiator. This is the first one. It's one with Russell Crowe. This is an awesome steelbook. I love this movie a lot. The sequel was phenomenal. I'm so glad I have this in my collection. This was one of the coolest ones to open because I love the movie so much. And that is the steelbooks, guys. So now I'm going to dive into the collections that I was gifted. So let's just sort of dive into it now. We have the Sonic 2 movie collection. I've had the other steelbooks before, but the first one was sort of, I don't want to say a scam, but on Amazon, the first one's listed as a steelbook, When it shows up, it has this sort of film around it, and then the steelbook is a small square casing that just has a digital code inside. The 4K disc is actually in a standard 4K box. So this is the two-film collection, so it actually has the steelbook for both of them. And so got the first one, it's the cover of the first one, and then it's got Robotnik on the back, and then obviously for the second one we got Knuckles or Tails on the front, and we got Knuckles on the back. So this was a real cool set to have. I'm glad I have this. I watched the first one recently. I thought it was actually really good. I wasn't too impressed when I saw the trailers at first, but after giving it a chance, I'm really glad I gave it a chance. Now we have the Godfather trilogy. Now, I feel like I have been a movie fan, but I feel like I gained some points of being a movie fan after seeing The Godfather, because that I hear is one of the greatest movies of all time, and I can't wait to sort of just dive into this trilogy, especially seeing the first one. I kind of want to watch it a couple times just to absorb all the praise and hype and talk about this movie so I can get a really good review out for it. So I look forward to seeing this. I'm going to see the second and the third one, obviously, but the first one will be a rush to see that one, and then we'll move on from there. So I'm really glad to have this in my collection. We also have the Star Trek The Next Generation. So this one is very interesting because I have the first 6 of the original Star Trek movies individual. So now I have the collection for The Next Generation. So I have these 4. So it's going to look really cool on my shelf. It's the one box in there with the discs. So I'm excited to have this. I've loved the movie so far. I still got to go through them all. But now having this collection, I have more incentive to sort of dive through it all. So I'm excited to have this. We also have the original Scream trilogy. So this one's pretty cool. It is interesting that it comes with the first 3 on a 4K, and then there's a Blu-ray 3 movie collection. So, you know, most movies would just put a Blu-ray disc inside the 4K box as well. This one has a whole separate collection. But regardless, this was a real cool set to have. I have these steelbooks for Scream 2 and 3, but I was unaware until recently they are Blu-ray steelbooks. So now I have this set in 4K. So it's cool to have. I know we're not going to get probably a 4K or steelbook release for Scream 4. Scream 4 is just sort of lost in the background of the franchise. But I'm excited to have this. This is a really cool set. I love the Scream movies, and I look forward to seeing Scream 2 and 3 on 4K. And now we have these. This is the 5-film collection for Mad Max. So I really liked Mad Max Fury Road. I really liked Furiosa, which I know is movie 4 and 5. So now I'm going to go back and see movie 1, 2, and 3. But I know that you didn't need to see the originals to see Mad Max Fury Road, but I still want to see the originals as well. So I'm really excited to have this set so I can see those movies on 4K. And then the last of the collections, which is honestly probably one of the biggest ones. This was so freaking cool. I can't believe I got this. This is one of the coolest ones. We have the Scream Factory for Friday the 13th. This has all 12 movies and a couple of bonus discs as well. So this is, as you can see, a pretty large set. Scream Factory has that awesome art on 3 of the sides. On the back, or on the movies. So this is really interesting because usually they'll have the box where it lifts up and you see what's inside. This one is on the back, so you can just turn it around, pull the movie out one at a time, whichever one you're watching, and sort of go through the franchise that way. So this was really, really cool to have. I'm excited to keep watching these. I've only seen 2 of them. So I've technically seen the very first one, and then I've seen the one for 2009, the latest one. So I look forward to watching more of these. And speaking of the one for 2009, we now move on to boutique labels, because I got the Arrow video copy of Friday the 13th from 2009. This one is on 4K. This was one of my favorite horror movies. This was fun. I know that is not the original one, but I had a fun time with this. I thought this one was pretty great. So this is the single Arrow video I received this year. So we now move on to the rest of the boutique labels in the final part of this video, where I'll showcase the A24 films I got this year. These were super exciting because usually A24 is exclusive to their own website when ordering physical media, but they have been seen at some Walmarts, and some of the new ones coming out, such as We Live in Time and Heretic, they are pre-orderable on Amazon. So it is pretty interesting that they're being sold elsewhere, but I think it's going to be a good thing for them, because it just opens up the advertisement for their studio, for the movies, and the accessibility for these said movies. So I think it's a good thing. It's exciting. So let's dive into these A24 films. I got this movie Lamb. This one is not in English. This is going to be a subtitle movie. Some people just don't want to do that. Dogs. So this movie will be a subtitle movie, but some movies where you have to watch the subtitles turn out being really, really great. I feel like a lot of people just don't watch movies where they have to rely on subtitles, and I think some of those people are just missing out, because there's some great ones. Now this one, I watched a trailer, I was immediately intrigued just by how absurd, chaotic, and trippy the plot sounds like, as far as what it looks like from the trailer. So I look forward to diving into this. Now with A24, from the side, you actually open up the movie, and open it up. Most of them, so you got your disc inside. Most of them on the side here, which I won't take them all out right now, comes with cards from the movie. They're just sort of photographs, or it will be stylized like a Polaroid, or you just have pictures just from behind the scenes, from production, from the movie. And so that's really what A24 is about, is a lot of their physical media is going to come with something extra. You're not just buying the movie. So glad I have this one. We also have I Saw the TV Glow. I've not seen this one yet, or Lamb, so I'm looking forward to diving into these. I want to see them. This one, of course, opens up the same way as Lamb, and I look forward to seeing this. I've heard great things about it. Heard it's quite the experience watching it, and I look forward to seeing it pretty soon. This movie was another subtitle movie. That's why I call it The Zone of Interest. This one was an extremely depressing movie. It's the way they have just the gunfire in the background, and it's sort of faint. You don't notice it every single time, and it's just in the background. It just made it that much more eerie, depressing, and it really built the theme of it really well. The background for what goes on in this movie really complemented the rest of it. So that was really cool to see. I'm really glad I have this movie in my collection. And for the last 5, we got some more movies. I'm just going to rearrange these real quick, because I want to show you guys in a certain order, because I'm particular that way. We have Stop Making Sense. Now, these are the collector's editions for A24. So for these, it actually comes out from the side, just as well. We sort of have these books. So you open it up, and you got the disc. Now you have all these pages you can flip through. This has all kinds of stuff. They'll have behind the scenes, they'll have scripts, they'll have sort of the process of the making of the movie. So these are really super cool. That's the thing with these, is you get physical media or physical items with it as well. So in this case, it's the book. And then we get the next one, The Green Knight. This one was the same thing. There's the book inside. So this one's super cool as well. A lot of these, I just love the artwork as well. The artwork is nothing short of stunning. You have this iconic scene from the movie on the front there, and it's very intriguing back as well. So these are just absolutely beautiful. I love having these. This one also has sort of that on the back as well. And it's not just paper. I know it's hard to tell on video, but it's a sturdy material. This is not just paper for, like the rest of standard Blu-ray or 4K copies. And then next we have The Lighthouse. This one's really cool as well, because not only do I love the artwork on the front and back, it's sort of got that. It almost feels like a plaque, even though it's technically not. I thought this was super cool. It's got that really nice back as well. This one, a lot of the pages in here are sketched in black and white as well. So I thought that was super cool. So like I said, you just get a lot of interesting stuff ordering these. And I think that's why they're at a higher price point. It's not cheap, but you do get your money's worth with these. And so now we have Everything Everywhere All at Once. This obviously was one of the most highly awarded movies in a long, long time. And this one is pretty cool because instead of just the book on the inside, which I'll show you, also we have that amazing, stunning artwork on the front, which is absolutely insane. You also have, I thought this part was great, the disc is the bagel. I thought it was cool. Inside, you also have this. So you have some of, these are just little physical pieces from the movie. They're doing their taxes. You have this sort of map. There's a lot of goodies. And these are all replicas of stuff from the movie. So this one doesn't have a book, but it has those physical things instead. And then that's what you get with A24. You always get something more than just the disc opening up the box. Whether it's the collector's edition, whether it's their website edition, or whether you're just ordering it from Amazon now. You always get something with it. And then for the last one for this year, we have Midsommar, the director's cut. So this one's actually pretty cool, because I believe this will be the longer version, even though the movie's kind of long to begin with. This one's also not just paper. It's hard to tell, but that's just the thing, is I appreciate detail with these. This one, I believe, is... Yeah, you got the artwork on the inside and the back. And this one, yeah, so we got the disc there. It's pretty neat. And then you got the book as well. So some really interesting stuff. I was excited opening this stuff this year. This is really, really cool. Love movies. I love the newest additions to my collections. Like I said, I received a record player, video games, horror collectibles, some really neat stuff. This has been one of the best Christmases I can remember. This year was awesome, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love sharing my love with movies and the physical media as well. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me for this video. Hope you all had a great Christmas. Keep it digging.